Hey everybody, this is Kim Seaver with Hot Pepper Communications. We specialize in writing, editing, and social media management. We all grew up learning certain language rules, but what you may not know is that some of the rules you learned were wrong. We can't blame the teachers since most of them weren't linguists or had English degrees, and even if they had an English degree, their coursework probably focused mainly on literary analysis, and they likely received little grammatical training. As a result, as teachers, they just did what they could with the resources at hand, and those resources often perpetuated these false grammar rules. Over the years, I've discovered some grammar myths, and I've been trying to expose them on my blog. Here are 5 that I've written about so far. Number 1. Never use like to introduce clauses. The myth goes something like you must use like when comparing nouns and as when comparing clauses. However, like introducing clauses has been in use for centuries by dozens of great writers, including William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Mark Twain, H.G. Wells, and William Faulkner. Number 2, never start a sentence with a conjunction. Like the first myth, people have been starting sentences with conjunctions for hundreds of years. In fact, the oldest record we have of such usage is from the 9th century. Number 3, using all right is wrong. As the theory goes, all right isn't a real word and should be written as all right. However, like the others, this is another one of those made-up rules. All right is a legitimate word with a wide usage. It too has been around for centuries, having emerged around the turn of the year 1700. Plus, it's been gaining popularity for at least 100 years. Number 4. Never use that for a person. Use who instead. Again, if you support using that for people, you have time on your side. That has been the standard relative pronoun for about 800 years for persons, animals, and things. 400 years before which, and 500 years before who. And finally, number 5, don't use they as a singular pronoun. Some people are sticklers for keeping they as a plural pronoun, despite the fact that we don't have a gender-neutral singular pronoun. The thing is, though, that such people don't have a leg to stand on. The singular they has been in common use since the 13th century, about 700 years longer than he, which was the proposed standard for much of the 20th century. What are some persistent grammar myths that you wish would die out? Share them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like and share my video and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to giving you another writing tip video next week.